From Oprah Winfrey to Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels. Now, Lee Daniels was the only one I had to deal with. Did you see Lee Daniels apologize?
Mm-hmm.
He walked out on
He
that
wasn't on
stage.
stage.
Now, to Tyler Perry's credit, Tyler Perry called us up, only for Tyler Perry to admit he did start a rumor that I was difficult to work with. He lied, only for Tyler Perry to admit I was wrong. And when my movie Boo come out, I'm going to say that, right?
He said it's in For Your Games. I told him,
Yes, it's the For Your Games.
I do. I appreciate you calling us. But when you call me, what you gonna do?
And this is Tyler Perry talking. I'm going to call and find out whatever money is coming in for Precious, and I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send it over to you. Whatever it is, I'm going to send it to you.
this is the secretly recorded phone conversation between Monique's husband, Sydney, and Tyler Perry. And so this was 5 years ago, and apparently, like in the state that they're in, it was legal to do this.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this, and I want to talk again.
I'm going to write you a check, Monique, seriously, because, no, hear me, because this is the thing about this is, and when we start talking about this one doing this and this one doing that, and black people doing this and black people doing that, what we need to understand about that is this. Where we are right now and what we're trying to do, we got some opportunities that a lot of most people didn't have. So what I don't want you to feel one day, not one day, is that you were mistreated or that you were treated unfairly. Now, if that means that I that's what I need to do, then you do that. You do that. You take that and take it from a place of love.
Take it with a Coke and a smile.
Let me tell you where I'm going to take it from. I'm going to take it from it's business. And I'm going to take it from my brother saying, listen, yo, this is what y'all was supposed to get.
No, here's the thing, brother.
Well, I don't know what you were supposed to get. I don't know what you're supposed to get. I really don't.
Here's what we're saying is, when you say, I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I'm going to send you the check, listen, not charity, brother. We don't, because see, what happens is, what's not going to take place on our watch is this. I wrote a check for something that came in, and it's one of those things where you missing the point. And we believe enough in the universe to understand that, listen.
See, the thing I don't like about this guy is like, he'll talk and then he just keeps on talking. He just keeps on talking for 30 minutes. No. For 30 seconds to a minute. Like, nobody else is talking for that prolonged period of time except for you. You just keep talking. Don't really want to let nobody else get a word in edgewise. But let's proceed.
When a person come to you sincerely with understanding what it is that you're talking about, versus just saying, I'm going to find out what it is and I'm going to write a check. Now it's in the tabloids. You wrote us a check because, I know you flew Whitney Houston in on your private jet. You gave TD Jakes $1 million. And the whole is the way that this is being done. It's like, don't throw us no chump change, because we had to go through a movie.
Now, I might be wrong, but I really can't stand people like Sydney. They just want to talk and just hog the conversation. It's like, while you're talking, conversation is supposed to be a back and forth. While you're talking for 2 minutes, I done forgot 3 of my points already. It's like, hate people like that.
Audit with Lee for monies that he didn't get. And they're saying that he did something with the money from the movie. Okay? These are the things that we had to deal with. So to speak about the dollars that you're going...
That's the thing that I have to deal with too, because I bought the movie to Lionsgate.
Listen to what I'm saying, though. But listen, Tyler. This is what I need you to hear me. Hold on. In life, you can't walk around mad at everybody because one person did something to you. You must be able to compartmentalize where your frustrations lie. So when you say that you had the things going on with the movie, and then you had it with Lee, and then Monique, you're lumping everyone together. And that's what people of color have a tendency of happening to them. They're all this way. See, if you just focus specifically on the interaction with Monique and yourself, and how David stepped to Goliath and said, let's roll, dog. Let's me and you get down. Y'all are Goliaths. We just the Davids. We not with people or a person put out something false about you. Then you say, then someone said that they didn't have the same experience with you. They're glad that they had a great experience with.
This is why I'm having trouble answering that question, because it starts as a question and it goes in another direction. So I was on to you for a minute.
He won't never let you interject to respond.
Let me stay with the question, because you make a good point. Let me stay with the question. The question is, what would you want someone to do for you who said things about you and or mentioned things about you, alluding to the difficulties that they had with you, all because you chose.
Okay.
I'm not finished. All because you chose.
I got an answer.
How can you answer something and I'm not finished?
Okay, well, let me answer part of the question, and then you give me the other part. How about that?
Can you do me a favor? Can you, since you called up to have a real conversation, typically I know you used to directing, but what I need you to do is just hear me out man to man. And that is this. How would you feel if someone said something about you that you were not contractually obligated to do? What would you want them to do to make that right? And it don't have nothing to do with money.
So Tyler Perry owe you money because he said y'all difficult to work with. Make it make sense.
If somebody had said that, let me just try to be in the position. If somebody had come along and said, Tyler's difficult, he's terrible to work with, he's not going to do anything that you want him to do. If they said all those things, right? If that's what the rumor was, and there were other people who knew that was not to be true, I would want those people to stand up and say that's not true.
So, will you and Oprah do that?
I can't speak for Oprah.
Will you do that?
It's my experience. I certainly can. I've never worked with Monique. All I can speak for is my experience on Precious. I don't give a damn about saying that.
Would you do what you wanted done for you, Tyler? It's real simple. Would you do what you would want done for you? Because you told David when he said his experience was wonderful, you said that was not your experience. And the question I would have, what did you experience with Monique and or I that made your interaction with us displeasurable? Especially,
I see exactly where you're going. What made my interaction displeasurable is to have to try to navigate between Precious, Lee, Monique not wanting to do any national press without getting paid, having to navigate through all of that. That's where my problem was.
And that does sound a little displeasurable, and that's not really anybody's fault. Maybe Tyler Perry's in the wrong. It sounds like he's in the wrong, but I mean, it's not like it's illegal. It's not like there's really slander because it's not public slander. It's behind the scenes slander to maybe one guy, maybe the studio. I mean, it's a little foul, but it's not nothing suable. It doesn't sound like it.
but Tyler, this is where we are though. I'm talking in real time. But when you understand, because you're again speaking about other entities and components besides Monique. What we're saying is what made it but what I'm saying to you is I want your experience based upon your understanding that Monique, as we told you then, see writing those scripts or whoever wrote those scripts, they understand life.
Come on.
And I thought it was you. And if you don't understand that when you sit by and you say nothing when you know it's wrong, as you now said you know, and you agree, then what is the call really for, my brother?
What is it?
Okay. All right. And I'm going to say this because I spent way too much time here. I thought that this would be a quick call that I could just call and say how I felt and to absolutely wish you the best. The only way this changes, I think the only way this changes, I think for you guys and where you are is this. I think Monique needs an amazing movie. She needs to be with a great director. And once the movie's done, it comes out. She gets all this kind of buzz. She gets all this that she did before, and then this thing comes along, kind of some of the stuff that Octavia Spencer has been doing, that comes along, or Viola comes along, she does that, and all of this goes away. I know that town and how it works. It's like, okay, oh, that was a moment, that's past, she's amazing, that was wrong. So what you're asking me to do right now, first of all, I'm not going to get into this right now because it's ugly and it's nasty, and it came from a comedy skit. I don't want to be a part of it.
What is ugly and nasty, Tyler, about saying? Because we're not talking about the comedy skit. You're obviously not hearing what I'm saying.
That's where it's all coming
No.
from.
Here's the thing.
You said chump change earlier. You said you don't want any chump change. Does that mean you do not want the money for Precious or what?
Wait a minute. But wait a minute, Tyler. Wait a minute, brother. Hold up. Because see, now what happens is the billionaire's starting to come out.
Right.
Now what's happening is when you call and say, I didn't mean for this to take this long. Brother, you called us. And see, what that said was when we first got the call, I'm going to tell you some real stuff. My heart skipped a beat because I said, okay, we get ready to talk to a real cat because he reached out. But now the tone you're beginning to take is, I'm a billionaire and I ain't got time for this. And it ain't going the way I thought it. Wait, hold up, brother. Hold up. Because see, you'll start over talking. I ain't got time for this. And let me say this. And when you say chump change, here's the thing, baby. See, the community is involved right now. You know it and I know it. And everybody out there know it. The community is involved. And they want to see how it's going to play out. Because the community is saying, wait a minute, y'all. Hold up. We don't know this sister to be no bullshitter. We know she a loudmouth. We know she'll say some shit off the wall. But what we know about it is she true to her word.
And all I would ask you is two questions. The first question is, did you not just say it was wrong?
Tyler.
Did you not just say it was wrong, Tyler? To say she was difficult for not doing something that she was not contractually obligated to do? Did you not say that you would feel that that was wrong? Or am I missing something?
I absolutely said that, yes.
So the question I would say is,
It sounds like to me, Tyler just really trying to get them off the phone. I do that all the time. Just try to get a person out of my face. Please get out of my face.
I would say is,
but I didn't mean to spend this much time on it, is because just like you were there with your beautiful twins, I got a little boy, and I want to make sure when I'm off, that's where my attention is.
Here's the thing. Then you shouldn't have made the call until you were able to talk. But the last question I would ask you, hold up. The last thing I want to ask you is this. It's real simple. If you said it was wrong, when do you speak up and say that it was wrong, Tyler? That's it.
My thing is, if Sydney would have just stuck to that point right there, that simple, clear, concise point, I wouldn't have no problem with Sydney.
Okay, then that means telling my whole experience, about how I feel about the whole thing. That means telling my whole experience.
Whatever you... Listen.
And Tyler Perry is perfectly valid in feeling like he had a displeasurable experience, like it was trouble for him to be a liaison between Lee Daniels and Monique, who doesn't want to go and do the promo in France. I look at it like this. It could be like a thing just like a teaching job. In a teaching job, you get paid X dollars a year, $50K or something. You might get the summer off, but you might have to stay from 6 in the morning until 8 p.m. because you got to grade papers, you got to do after school. You ain't really getting paid for that. And then, Monique, she got all these problems, but you're not looking at, how many of these girls like Jennifer Lawrence, how many of these females and how many of these males really got to sit on the casting couch. Hollywood might not be all what it seemed, but, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that any of that is right, but that might be the way that it is, and it's in like an unwritten law type of thing.
But Tyler,
without explaining the whole situation.
Tyler, here's the thing. You are articulate. You is smart. Okay.
And you is kind.
And you is kind.
Important.
Okay?
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen, shit, this ain't the billionaire. This is me. You gotta cut all that out. This is me talking to y'all.
Then please talk to us, brother.
Talk to us real,
Then-
because
right.
all I'm saying to you is that
I listen to me. I told you how I think that this changes.
That's all the conversation that there was. It just cut off.
The Reverend Al Sharpton, civil rights leader.
Yeah.
I sent him that audio. He listened to it. He said, baby, what that man did to you is wrong, and you're like my daughter. And we're going to have to get him to fix that.
Right.
We didn't hear from Al Sharpton for 6 months. The next time we saw Al Sharpton, he was on a podium talking about we don't need to fly commercial because we can fly Tyler Perry's private jet. I said, that's why maybe I'm not hearing back from him. Then we had our beautiful sister, Stephanie Mills.
Yes.
Okay, who is, she don't play.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. I told her what happened, sent her the audio. Now, I don't know if she listened to that audio or not, but however, she called Tyler Perry. She said, Monique, Tyler Perry does not want to revisit this. Okay, fine.
Right.
While we're on the phone, Tyler Perry calls her back and says, I will meet with Monique, but not with her husband. Now, you ready for this?
Yeah.
And then Monique has to apologize publicly to say Oprah and I had nothing to do with messing up her career.
But that'd be a lie.
Look in the goddamn camera. So I said, Stephanie, tell Tyler Perry, never will I meet with him without my husband. And I owe no apology, so I'm not going to give one. That goes away. Listen here. However, I was offered that. Then Felita called me back and say, baby girl, they said you're too difficult to work with. But you hear on the audio that a man told David Talbert I was difficult to work with. Do you see how that cost my family?
Yes.
And with no accountability? Because, oh, it's the great Tyler Perry? No, you've got to be accountable for that.
Does that really mean Tyler Perry owes you money because he said you're difficult to work with? And that's his opinion. And he's not slandering you out there in the public to the masses. And how come you haven't sued about that? I don't know. You be the judge.
Oprah Winfrey, you've got to be accountable for the things you've done with my family. You've got to be accountable for that.
Is there any relationship between you and Tyler and you and Oprah currently?
No. We're too afraid to call them for what it is. We're too afraid to say if it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, what is it, Shannon? It's a duck.
There's a duck on your head, bird-head dishes. There's a duck on your head.
Right.
So again, you see the struggle of the black woman as I'm sitting here talking to you, and you say, Mo, but why would you record him? But you heard the man violate me.
Sound like she reaching to me.
The first thing wasn't, I can't believe that cat did that to you. It's, why would you do it? And we understand it.
Right.
Because we've been conditioned that way.
Because when you had to get somehow, because when you're telling people these are lies,
Yes.
nobody is believing Monique. So now, even though you have him record his voice, and that's him, and he's saying he made it up, now it's no longer, oh man, I can't believe he lied on Mo. Mo, why'd you record it? So now they put the onus back on you.
Where's the win? How do we win? How does a black woman win when you say, here he is right here? And I look to the community and say, how long do we allow us to keep being exploited, used up, taken advantage of? And because we think somebody can give us an opportunity, we just say, shh, I'm not going to say nothing. If we keep operating like that, Shannon, you're going to have a whole lot of us sitting right here in this same seat, almost telling the same story. Because there are people in Hollywood that know wherever you act up is where I show up. People know in Hollywood, baby, Shannon, and I don't say it with a badge of honor. It's just what it is. Well, I've had to say, who you think you talking to? And we sitting there with the president of the studio or my patience level is not going to allow. I've been molested. I've been violated. So the moment I see you trying to do it, we're going to have to address it. My husband is nothing but a gentleman. And you know why people have a problem with my husband? Because he's right to it. there's no we're going to dance around the bush, he's right to it.
Right.
And people like Tyler Perry, people like Oprah Winfrey, they look at my husband and say, how dare you be so direct?
Right.
How dare you not put your eyes down when you're talking to me? How dare you do that? My husband is also my manager. Why would he want to exclude my
Right.
management? It's like, Tyler, you should want my husband to be there.
There are some black people, some, not all, some, that my grandpa used to say, Mo, is that if you're not careful, you'll become the very thing you despise the most in a person. Now, what do we despise most about Trump supporters, ex-President Trump?
And future President Trump, most likely.
Is that no matter what he says, no matter what he does, they give him an out.
And she was married. And all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look. I better use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the grab them by the pussy.
You want.
Grab them by the pussy.
You want.
Grab them by the pussy.
Somebody had to take the babysitter home. Then I noticed she was sitting on her sweet can. I grabbed her sweet can. Oh, just thinking about her can. I just wish I had her sweet can.
There's some people in our community, no matter what powerful black people say or do in our community, we'll give them an out.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
And we can't. $55,000 an episode.
Okay, so how many episodes did you shoot that last
5 years. That last year, we shot 22 episodes.
Okay.
We made $55,000 a piece at the end of a top-rated sitcom.
Hold on, time out.
If somebody cost you, Shannon Sharp, millions of dollars,
Yes.
do you want to be compensated for what they cost you for a lie and a rumor?
Yeah.
So
He didn't even tell that to the mass public.
at that time, I was making roughly between $2 and $3 million a year.
Right.
I sat in that for over a decade, like 12 years.
Right.
You do the math. Over a lie that he admitted that he told. Not something I'm making up.
Mm-hmm.
You admitted that, brother. How do you make that right?
I'm sure you got lawyers. Have you had a conversation?
She promoted so well in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
We want her to go international and promote the movie and do Can.
Okay.
I told my husband, please let them know I respectfully decline. Lionsgate calls back and says, what is it going to take for us to get Monique to come to Cannes?
Sweet can.
We'll give her another week in France. We'll upgrade her room. My husband said, is there a dollar amount attached to what you're asking for? Oh, we will never pay anyone to promote a film. Never. He said, we understand. And we're never going to work for free. You're asking her to do something that she's not obligated to do.
Correct.
Well, what is this the attorney? He said, actually, I'm her manager and her husband. Now we can put it on the husband's being difficult.
Right.
Right? Okay. So I don't owe anybody anything. That's why I was never sued. Now we go to the Hoodie Awards. Tyler Perry does this. And the people scattered. They all left out the room. So Tyler Perry says to me, listen, Monique, we really need you to, promote this film because if you get nominated for the Oscar, your next movie is going to be $3 to $5 million. If you win it, your next movie is $6 to $8 million. I said, Tyler Perry, who you talking to? I'm a black woman.
We black out here.
Hey, baby, we Tyler. Baby, we Tyler. When they gonna pay that kind of money? You can pay me to promote it, because at the time now him and Oprah are producers on the film.
Right.
I said, you can pay me to do it. I don't care where the check come from, but y'all just gotta
I
pay
just
me
need
to
the
do
money.
it. He said, I'm not in the habit of giving out money for free. I said, and I'm not in the habit of working for free. But you gave T.D. Jakes a check for $1 million.
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you...
What? When? Yeah. Your ass, see, you gonna ask me why, and you gonna ask me where. Well, I'm gonna say, who the fuck are you?
Ooh, let me have some of that Cool Whip. What'd you say? You can't have a pie without Cool Whip. Cool Whip? Cool Whip, yeah. You mean Cool Whip? Yeah, Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. You're saying it weird.
But that's another story, and I'm back.
December 16th, Christian made some very serious allegations where he said he was abused and assaulted by a male entertainment figure. He said this figure is someone who he considered to be a brother and a mentor.
So this dude named Christian Keys, back in December of 2023, he was accusing somebody of coming on to him sexually and offering him $100,000 just to put some baby oil on him in front of him or something like that. But the dude said, I'm not gonna do it. And so it just so happens that Christian Keys had happened to act in multiple of Tyler Perry's productions. And everybody pretty much believes that he's talking about Tyler Perry. Let's hear from him. And that last video came from Biffin on YouTube. Biffin.
So my brother hit me. He was a little concerned about safety when dealing with powerful people. The good news is several family members and my attorney have the proof. The video description, the breakdown, the audio, the names of the people, all of that. So if anything happens to me, then that information will come out. And I trust God. I'm out here setting up scholarships and doing right by people. God ain't gonna let nobody do no dumb stuff here. So, love y'all, Minnie. I appreciate y'all.
So when we have our juggernauts.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch!
Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart. These are our juggernauts of our community. These are the people that our babies say, when I grow up, I want to be that.
Yes.
I want to be like that. So we have to call those people to the mat and say, listen, what are you teaching our babies? You're feeding poison because you're showing them your private jet. I'm going to show you my mansion. I'm going to show you my fancy cars, but my character is shot and I'm bankrupt. I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sydney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something.
That flexing, we got to flex a different way. We out here in a game. This the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This the money game.
But
we in the money game. And you cannot sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. You cannot help them.
We're in the money game, but let me tell you what the game is before the money game.
Like this.
Before the money game, it's called the integrity game. And we've lost the integrity worrying about the money.
But Mo,
wait a minute.
If I crumble, my children crumble, my grandchildren crumble. I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement. There are ways to win the war in a different way.
I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward. There's a ghetto up in heaven in this hours. Black power.
Those are bankrupt people. So everybody that Cat sat right here and told you about, I can't wait to see your next interviews with those people.
They ain't coming on now, Mo.
Invite them.
I have.
They not gonna do it.
Well, look, I've already done Steve. I have a relationship with Steve.
Do him again. Do him again. And I'm going to say this.
I'm trying to get Oprah and Tyler, though.
Baby, we got him. Y'all, come on, stop playing.
They ain't coming on, Mo, thanks to you.